Huge announcement for Pokemon Showdown players. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is SeanBonJoviii, and this is the SeanBon Show. And you heard it here first, the Smogon Council is already making tiering decisions for the Pokemon Home update. Some new bans, as well as some unbans that I'm really excited to talk about today. The OU Council has already made decisions on quite a few Pokemon for the Pokemon Home update, and I'm excited to share with you a few of them that they have already told us. So if you look here, we see that they've made decisions on, this is a lot of Pokemon, Annihilate, both forms of Basculegon, Chi-Yu, Chien-Pao, Espathra, Fluttermane, Houndstone, Iron Bundle, Landorus Incarnate, Magearna, Palifin, Regieleki, Spectrier, Urshifu Single Strike, and both forms of Zamazenta. Now, I know you probably want to know what decision they made on all of them already, and they haven't told us. They are giving us one announcement on one Pokemon a day for the next, I don't know how long, however many Pokemon there are right there. I'm going on vacation soon, so I have the inability to make videos on the full announcement as they come out, so I'm just sort of gonna give you what we know now. So on Monday, they released information about Basculegon, Houndstone, and Last Respects. If you're not familiar with why these were banned, then you can watch this video that I'm about to play right now. Houndstone has been banned from competitive singles. Who knew this cute little guy's evolution would be such a terror? The reason is the move Last Respects. Its base power increases by 50 for every KO'd Pokemon on your team, which means a whopping 300 base power if it's the last Pokemon. This combines with the ability Sand Rush, which doubles its speed, or you can use Fluffy, which makes this Pokemon incredibly bulky. I'm a little annoyed that they chose to ban the entire Pokemon instead of just banning the move itself, because now other Pokemon are going to get this move in the future, and we're going to have to ban them as well. How do you feel? So I made that video when those bans first happened back in like December, I think that was. And now we have some new decisions made on the topic. So basically, back then, Houndstone was the only Pokemon who had access to Last Respects. Now, with the release of Basculegon, we can see that the problem isn't tied to Houndstone as a Pokemon. Houndstone is unimpressive. It's got pretty good abilities in Sand Rush and Fluffy, but nothing crazy. And its stats are pretty and its typing is pretty You know, okay stats. Ghost, pure Ghost is like okay typing. And it's clear that the issue is Last Respects, and everybody saw this from day one, but Smogon, the people who do these bannings, they like to stay away from complex bans. Things like, oh, ban this move on this Pokemon and this and that. They were like, it's the only Pokemon. They felt that with Houndstone being the only Pokemon to have the move, then just ban the Pokemon. But now that multiple Pokemon have access to the move with the Pokemon Home update, they feel it's now fair to complex ban it, get rid of Last Respects, and allow Basculegons, both forms, as well as Houndstone to play in the OU tier. Now here's where things get interesting. Magearna here has also been allowed into OU. So last generation, Generation 8, Magearna was allowed in OU as well for a long time. And then it ended up getting suspect tested around the same time that Cinderace got suspect tested after it got its ability Libero. Magearna is incredibly strong and was legal in Generation 7, but now in Generation 8, they gave it access to Draining Kiss, which can be incredibly potent combined with like Calm Mind and Shift Gear sets, allowing it to sweep. You see, Draining Kiss is one of the best stab moves that Magearna gets access to, along with Fleur Cannon, but it's much weaker. The key difference is that Draining Kiss allows Magearna to heal, and it's able to do that while also having its Soul Heart ability, which boosts its special attack on KO. So it's both healing and boosting its special attack at the same time. And this was considered too much and ended up getting it banned later on in the generation, which is why we're discussing it here today. They have decided to go ahead and give it a try, see if the power creep has sort of matched Magearna. And we're going to, let it play in OU, but I'm sure the council is going to have its eyes on Magearna. Now, last but definitely not least is Landorus Eye getting banned right away. Doesn't even get the chance to play in OU. So last generation, Landorus Eye actually did get the chance, and it was considered just way, way too strong. I think there were a couple other Pokemon that were allowed to play in OU last generation as well. I think they tried out Pheromosa. I want to say they tried out Zygarde 100% as well. And all of them got banned very, very quickly, so I'm not surprised to see that they did the same thing with Landorus Eye again. I imagine this thing is just absolutely going to be demonic with Terra. I mean, it's Landorus Eye, which is already insane, but then if you give it like, I don't know, a water typing or something that resists like its ice weakness, and you remove that quad weakness from Landorus Eye, I think it's just going to be absolutely insane. And I think that's why you see the voting here going the way it should, right? Last generation, we were like, okay, it's cool, make it OU. This generation, you look at all the members of the council and how they voted here. Every single person voted to make it an Uber tier Pokemon. And I think that's absolutely the right decision. Sheer Force Life Orb on a Landorus with just an insane special attack stat is absolutely fair. I mean, let me pull up the stats for a Landorus Eye for you real quick. Yeah, look at this. 101 speed, 115 special attack, and like pretty good bulk. 90 defense, 80 special defense, almost 90 HP. And just compare these to the stats of a regular Landorus. That's the same exact bulk with way more special attack, more speed, sheer force, boosting its power by 1.3, and then it can just get rid of its 4 times weakness with Terra typing. I think they absolutely are making the right decision getting rid of Landorus Eye right away. And maybe once the tier settles, we can suspect test it, but I think it's going to be a while because, again, we have a massive list of Pokemon that we don't know what we're going to do with yet between Zamazenta. Maybe looks like they're going to be retesting Palifin and Iron Bundle. There's a lot to look forward to. I love when this stuff is happening. I love seeing the metagame really shift quickly with new rules. So it's something to keep your eye on. Is maybe go try it out, you know? Get those testing requirements so you can vote yourself when these things are happening. And let's all have a good season with Pokemon Home. Hope we get more updates soon, everyone. Bye-bye.